2020. 11 of his 37 wins this season have come after the US Open. He'll make it a 12th and add a 21st trophy to his collection. I'm Pippa Horn, delighted to be joined by Robbie Koenig, and both of these players have produced some special tennis this week.
Yes, good afternoon everybody, good afternoon Pippa. It has been tennis that's been so easy on the eye, and we have two players that have such wonderful tennis IQs. Their tennis intelligence is phenomenal. This guy has been box office gold, and I hope he can produce some of the form that we've seen in the earlier rounds here in today's showpiece final, because he's up against a guy who has got plenty of experience, but those wins have been hard to come by of late.
At the back of the court, and Daniel, if I can ask you to use the black for the towel boxes, and if we can have a photograph facing that way after the coin toss. Do you have any questions, gentlemen? No? Content, green or orange? Orange. It is orange. Receive. Okay, perfect.
So Alison Hughes, guiding voice in this final showpiece, second seed against the 8th seed. 20 online. Looks like it's been a straightforward journey en route to the final for Mute. He hasn't lost a set, but he has been pushed. He was 1 point away from going 4-love down yesterday against Mickelson.
He was down 4-1 double break against Shevchenko, who was playing world-class tennis, unplayable. And what I loved about the attitude from Mute in that set, Pippa, was that he didn't panic. And for me, that was a sign of a player who's won a lot of matches. In fact, he's won more matches this season at tour level than he has throughout any other season. More than double now. So he's a man in form, he's a man who's healthy, and he said that's been a major contributor to the fact that he has been able to reach a career high ranking, and of course he will surpass that and maybe even go higher with a win today. No titles, twice a runner-up. And this is his path. That was the match I was talking about in the second round against Shevchenko. Got a lot of hometown support, of course, playing under the Kazakh flag these days against Struffy. Struffy had all kinds of opportunities against him, but nobody has been able to put this guy away. He has just been remarkable when it comes to saving break points, and we'll start to dig a little deeper into those numbers once this match gets underway.
Yeah, season of first, that's for sure. Mute, in the top 50 for the first time earlier this year. If he wins this match, he'll go to 32 in the world. Also made his Davis Cup debut as well. Has an opportunity to claim his first title, but he has to get past this man. 29 years old. He is a member of the prestigious world #1 club. He spent 16 weeks there back in 2022, the year after he won his maiden Grand Slam title.
2 minutes, gentlemen, 2 minutes.
20 titles to his name, but Robbie, his last title came in Rome back in 2023, 882 days ago. This one might just feel a little bit more meaningful.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more, and he certainly earned his place in today's final. Had to play well against Adam Walton. Remember, Walton, somebody who beat him earlier this year in Cincinnati. What are the chances that you beat somebody on 2 occasions, giving them a bagel in a breaker? That's what he did against Walton, against Fabian Marajan, who I thought was playing outstanding tennis. He did so well to neutralize him. A telling number there was the points won at net. We'll also talk about that. He's been coming in a lot more as this post-US Open season has progressed. That's been a silver lining to his game. Definitely something him and his team must have discussed. And they certainly would have discussed this match in Washington. And I was talking to Pippa about the fact that
1 minute, gentlemen.
Medvedev in that match converted 2 of 2 break points in the first set, 1 of 1 in the second, even though he lost it. But in that deciding set, he was 0 for 6 Then Pippa reminded me of a crucial bit of detail that I forgot about, Pippa.
Well, it was a match full of drama, wasn't it? There was a suspension because of lightning at 5-4 in the deciding set. Mute up, Medvedev serving. And when they came back, Medvedev hit a trio of double faults. So that kind of has been the story of his season, just those confidence dips at those crucial moments in a match.
Yeah, too true. A man who has been crucial for the team of Corentin Moutet, Hugo Guerrero. We've got a quick snapshot of him there. There's Rowan Goetzke. There's Rowie. When I met him for the very first time, he had a full head of hair. He is one of the good guys, an Aussie who spent a lot of time in Europe working with the Dutch Federation, Dutch players, Mario Ancic, Richard Krajicek.
And it is a third meeting between the second seed Daniil Medvedev and 8th seed Corentin Moutet. Two very different players, and today will all be about that contrast, the structure, the precision of Medvedev versus the creativity and the flair of Moutet. Medvedev only served on one occasion this week. Didn't get broken in his previous match against Duckworth. And already a glimpse of the improvisation that we're very likely to continue to see from Moutet. He's a real disruptor.
I don't even know where to start. There's so many battles within this overall war. And Medvedev has been effective in the forecourt for the most part. He won 10-17 at net against Walton. It's Rowan Goetzke sharing the coaching responsibilities with Thomas Johansson. He won 10 out of 13 at net against Marajan. It was an excellent performance from Mehdi there, and 11 of 18 against James Duckworth in the semi. So certainly making concerted effort to get up there. But he's playing a guy who will make things very awkward for him. His ability to put that extra ball in play, just like we saw there, was so telling in that match yesterday against Mikkelsen. And I think Mikkelsen's much better around the net than Medvedev, and he made life so uncomfortable for Alex.
That is an area of his game that has thrived this week. The serve accurately hitting his targets time and time again.
Yeah, nicely done. Mikkelsen came in almost 50 times, and more often than not on the right kind of approach shots. Only won about half of those points against Moutet.
Oh, that is absolute magic from Mute. I imagine we're going to be seeing plenty of that flair.
Yeah, this guy's such a skill merchant, isn't he? Look how well he positions himself after he plays the shots.
Medvedev, ever the chess player, he will be expecting those drop shots. He knows they're coming.
That's another thing that Mute has done so well this week. The ability just to block those first serves back into play. And his points won against first serves have been really a standout stat. In fact, he has been almost 10% better than Medvedev in that department.
Some frustration from Medvedev, the first game and a first break for Mute. That brings his tally to 16 breaks of serve throughout this tournament this week, Robbie. I mean, he has been special off the return of serve, hasn't he?
He really has. To win those sort of numbers against first serves. And you've got to remember there's a little bit of altitude here, folks, so the ball is pinging through the air a little quicker, which means it's normally easier for players to get free points and dominate behind their serves, and especially their first serves. But again, one of his superpowers this week is that feel that he has when chipping the first serve back into play and then kind of getting into the point and then using his athleticism to stay in the rallies and intimidate his opponents. And we've seen clear evidence of that in this opening game. He's already started to frustrate Medvedev.
He has so much confidence at the moment. Mute from 69 in the world rankings at the beginning of this year. Broke the top 50, then the top 40. Runs in Rome and Washington.
This group of French fans have been here all week, and he has given them plenty to get excited about. Keep an eye on that shot, folks. He hits it better than most when it comes to lefties. He loves hitting that forehand down the line and is so good at finding that quadrant of the court. He can hit it pretty close to the line, get good depth off of it. Keeps the righties honest.
Forehand is the shot that he does the most damage with, moving around this one so that he could use his forehand.
His intent for that first ball after his serve is so good.
That'll do nicely.
He actually uses the serve out wide quite sparingly for a lefty. He likes to intimidate the righties with the serve down the middle and into their forehand body, which is tough to return, and then kind of use that one out wide only when he really needs it.
Well, Mute beating Medvedev at his own game. Those long rallies. You would have thought that's the bread and butter of Medvedev. What a start for the Frenchman.
Of course, that backhand slice, a result of a wrist injury that he had in 2023 that required surgery, and when he came back, he couldn't use two hands. For a couple of months there, Pepe, he was only hitting backhand slices, and it's become, you know, one of the cornerstone shots, in his baseline game. The variety it provides to the forehand, it's so uncomfortable for opponents. He's always changing that contact point. You've got that ankle biter of the backhand slice. You've got the pace of the topspin forehand and the heavy bouncing one.
Medvedev, typically one of the steadiest players on tour, but he is someone who thrives on rhythm, isn't he? He wants that same ball time and time again, and what Mute is doing right now, he's disrupting that rhythm. He's giving him different spins, different paces.
That's going to be the challenge.
Just not comfortable in that section of the court.
Because Mute will make you play. We saw it yesterday against Mickelson. Because he's so quick, you feel like you have to do a lot with that volley. Nicely done there, Daniil.
Much better second serve there. Former world #1, and that one gets the applause of his new coach on the board in this final encounter. 2-1.
You've seen a couple of times before big points. Concentrated breathing just to settle the body and the mind.
And this will feel like a really big occasion for Mute. He's been in a couple of finals before. This is his third ATP final, but he's never been crowned champion.
Yep. Oh yeah, it comes with its own pressures. Never won a set in either one of those finals. Doha in 2020. He was pretty young when he made that first final. Everybody expected a lot from him. A couple of injuries. Just getting used to life on tour consistently. It's taken some time.
Time.
So we take the early break advantage. Atmosphere in this centre court arena. It's been brilliant all week. Mute, ever the showman as well. to get the crowd involved. It's not the biggest serve, is it? But it does do a lot of damage.
He's got great movement through the air. It's accurate. And he's a darn lefty. We hate those lefties, don't we, Pippa? Ball's coming to us righties at a different angle, different spins. And they're so good at making it uncomfortable for the right-handers. That's the serve I think he has been hitting so impressively this week.
Look at Medvedev's return position. He was expecting the slider out wide. He's always one to try and anticipate patterns of play.
There it is again.
He just absorbs the pace and the depth of Medvedev, who was all over this point, but there was the opening. Found himself in no man's land.
Yeah, forehand down the line is forged in steel.
He's absolutely breezing through these service games. I talked yesterday about how he served so intelligently. He saved 6 out of 8 break points. He's only lost a couple of points on serve in this encounter today. Strong numbers all around from the Frenchman.
And the good news for him in a lot of the matches he's played, it's been uncomfortable in the opening set. He's had to play a bit of catch-up. He's been down a break, down a double break. This must feel so refreshing.
And what do you make of Mute's mindset going into this match? Do you think it will be a help or a hindrance knowing that last time he played Medvedev, he beat him?
Oh yeah, it's a big help. Big help. You understand the magnitude of the challenge, no doubt, but genius.
Exactly where he was going with the drop volley, didn't he? Mute anticipated it and executed the follow-up to perfection. Look at this athleticism, the balance.
Just the vision that he's got. He's so quick at summing up where the space is on the court. That's a big point that, put an asterisk alongside that. I'm surprised Mute chose that shot. He gets there easily, back over the backhand side, little high lob. That could have been love 40, chance to go up double break 4-1.
Textbook tennis. It's that backhand with such flatness. I mean, you can always count on Mute to get that one extra ball in the court and make his opponents play.
13-13.
And even though he loses a point like this, it's that accumulation of the hustles that starts to play on the opponent's minds.
4 points in very quick succession from Medvedev. Found himself in a spot of bother there, love 30, but he holds serve, 3-2.
I've put a big asterisk alongside that 1-3 love 30 point. He's normally so good at choosing the right shots in those tit-for-tat situations.
Well, he's one of those players, Mute, who has so many shots at his disposal. It must be difficult sometimes when you have such an array of shots in your repertoire to know which one to pull out.
Yep, and I think that's something he's done so well this season. As he's got a bit more mature, he's understanding when he should use those shots, not always trying to be too much of a trickster. I think he's got it spot on. That's why he's having a career best season, Pippa.
Had some incredible wins this season as well. Beat Taylor Fritz in Queens. That felt like a bit of a turning point for Mute. Earlier this season also knocked out Holger Rune in Rome when he made the round of 16. He's played a lot of matches.
Russian, one of the official languages in Kazakhstan, together with Kazakh. So Medvedev's going to get a lot of support.
And even Medvedev, someone who's known to anticipate well, to pick up on those patterns of play, is struggling right now with the variety that Mute is bringing. It's the way he disguises his shots as well.
I mean, it's just the skill level is off the charts. Such good technique on the volley, getting down to the height of the oncoming ball, soft hands. It always annoys me when coaches constantly talk about sticking volleys. No, 85% of the volleys, you're actually taking pace off of them. He is exemplary in that department.
Drop volley Robbie, that you were just referring to has even more weight because of Medvedev's court positioning.
Absolutely.
Particularly when he's returning. I mean, that's an age-old point of discussion, is it? Sometimes 5 or 6 meters behind the baseline. Number one is obvious. Far and away, Carlos Alcaraz.
Yep. In the rally. That is
On the Medvedev serve, he just about manages to answer them. Still trailing by a break. 4-3.
Even when you hold serve against this guy, he just extracts so much energy out of you. Too many people can hit that backhand topspin volley.
His 21st title and his 19th hard courts. In fact, 8 of his 18 hard court titles have been on indoor hard. Why is he so suited, Robbie, to this surface?
Yeah, I think it's the movement. That's the big one. He's a little bit like a baby giraffe on a clay court, certainly early on in his career, and that took some getting used to. Because he played a lot on the clay growing up, mostly in France. That's when his tennis took a big leap forward.
And on clay, he just leaves himself exposed to the drop shot and the drop volley, doesn't he, with his return positioning being so far behind the baseline.
And the flat strike as well. It's not nearly as effective on a clay court. It doesn't penetrate the clay court like it does on a hard court. Surface helps his groundie so much more. And of course, the serve is more effective. Listen, we don't want to do him a disservice. He's won a Masters 1000 on clay, so that's testimony to how well he can play on the terre battue. But 18 of the 20 titles have come on a hard court. The other one, of course, Mallorca on the grass there back in 2021.
Opportunity now. Medvedev. The best opportunity he's had so far on the Mute serve. For the first time in this match, will come a duo of break points from the second seed. Prior to this game, Mute had only lost a couple of points on serve. Now he faces 2. it is, the break back at a pivotal point in this opening set.
And like Alex Mickelson was saying constantly to himself yesterday, I will get chances on this guy's serve. And you just have to have a look at the week as a whole. Muteis, he saved 80% of the break points. Medvedev, 90%. But it's so important that you look at the raw numbers. Muteis had to face 36 break points. So it's phenomenal that he's been able to save as many as he has. This guy's only had to face 10 break points. So you could almost argue it's more impressive, that 80% of Mute, which equated to saving 29 out of the 36 break points that he had to face. It's phenomenal.
And only one of those break points he faced yesterday in his match against James Duckworth. He just about gets away with it. You can tell he doesn't quite feel comfortable, can't you, at the net, Medvedev, but it was the right shot to play. Mute was quite far behind the baseline. The court was exposed.
Medvedev, the net maven. What is going on? So good to see. That's a frustration-induced smash. Dasha's not happy. Yes, that was Medvedev's wife. Two girls together. Been courtside all week.
As good for Medvedev in the first serve. It's usually an area of such steadiness, isn't it? That first serve percentage is only at 69% thus far, but he's doing enough. Well, that's a much better delivery. This time it gets an applaud from Dasha. And Medvedev is in front for the first time in this match. He leads by 5-4. Medvedev, the net maven. Words I never thought I would hear anyone say. He's come to the net on 14 occasions so far in this match. He's been successful on 8 of them.
Yeah. When you've got groundies as good as his, sometimes you're gonna win those points at the net just by your sheer presence because of your size. It's intimidating.
You have to credit Medvedev's composure as well, not just today, but throughout this week. He squandered a couple of set points yesterday in the opening set, tie-break against Duckworth. But he didn't let it affect him. Stayed calm, stayed composed, as he has done today.
Спасибо. Please.
Expected the call there, Bute. It didn't come.
I would have thought that Medvedev's come in more than Mute. He's been 15 times now. This is brilliant stuff. It's never easy to play out of your comfort zone. But, you can see his in-attack numbers are superb. Well above the tour average, 16% above. This guy is so quick, it's beyond a joke. Medvedev thinks he's got this covered, but no. Mute shuts the door.
And it's not just the speed off the mark, it's the agility and the balance when he executes the shots as well.
There's another asterisk point that we need to take note of.
Been too many of those from Mute. 8 unforced errors so far, 6 of them off the forehand wing. But the majority of winners are coming off that side as well. Trying to find gaps in the court, but Mute is doing his very best to make the court feel as small as possible. Moving around the court like a ninja. Smart serve, isn't it? Because you can see Medvedev shifting his return position just slightly to the left, and it exposes that tee serve.
Excuse the pun, but he's teed him up for that, hasn't he? Because early on he went out wide.
Yeah.
And Daniel's been leaning that way, leaning to the left, but he's exploiting that tee area beautifully. He's done it all week. He's actually done it slightly the other way around. Early on, he's been going to that tee serve on the outside and then only using the one out wide when he needed it. Just made an unforced error with their movement there, Corentin. Not a change of ends. Oh, the guy is so quick. He could answer a missed call.
I mean, how is he keeping himself in these points?
It's so intimidating to play against. Tell you what, next thing you know, that thing's just going to hit the top of the net and drop over. You've got to watch every shot so carefully. That could be the saving grace for Medvedev today.
He's number 3 of the match.
His career average first serves on a hard court is 60%, so he's 12% better than that career average today. He's given him a taste of his own medicine there. I mean, it's almost like Medvedev's just discovered this feel post-US Open. And Pippa, I've got to rewind it back to that second match he played against Lerner Tien in Shanghai, where he was dead on his feet, looked like he was going to be cramping again, and he started to play drop shots, coming in more. And it was almost like he just found something, he discovered it.
11 of the 37 matches that he's won this season have come post-US Open. It was a bit of a dramatic exit, wasn't it? Fined $42,500 for unsportsmanlike conduct. But he has the lead once again here in Almaty. 1 point away from the opening set. He leads by 6-5.
It's a loose wrist on his serve. Served well this week. Speaking about the serving numbers, when he has been in a spot of bother, he's managed to serve his way out of it. Again, that's something that Thomas Johansson was telling him in that team match. You've got to go for your serve more. Stop hitting it at 85%. You know, when you were playing your best, you were stepping up to the line with the intent to finish the point. And he's definitely tapped into that mindset of peak Medvedev. And it's serving him well.
After the season that Medvedev has had, we talked about just how a title after an 882-day title drought might just feel that little bit more meaningful. He's only got past the first round of a Grand Slam on one occasion this year. That was the Australian Open. His first round at Wimbledon, first round of the US, both to Benjamin Bonzi, in fact.
It's just great all-court tennis from both. Creativity. My name is content.
For a man of his size, 6'6", I mean, he does move pretty well, Medvedev.
Oh, yeah. Forehand has been top tier.
94. It's off the charts.
Brilliant. Just simply stunning. The net points have been pretty hard to come by and get the right result. That is the best possible shot. That's an opponent. You want to go at the forehand hip area. It's the toughest reflex volley to make.
Standing just a little bit further back behind the baseline with that return of serve court positioning. He has just a touch more time to react to the placement of the ball, which of course has its positives and its negatives. And has he made it? Yes, he has. So quick up to that shorter ball.
I mean, you talk about using the full dimensions of the court. This forehand sears the line. That's how good it's got to be.
You said something yesterday, suffocatingly beautiful depth. And there it was again from Daniil Medvedev. He extracts errors from his opponent. That's what he does. That's his game. There it is. There is the opening set. And what a set of tennis we have just witnessed from both players. Only fitting that he finished it in that front section of the court. My goodness. One set away now, Daniil Medvedev, from his 21st career title. Goodness me.
Beautiful.
What did we just witness?
Beyond compare. Simply stunning from both. Bleeding themselves dry to win that final point. Sometimes you can have a look at the numbers and in a moment like that, they just go out the window and it's the heart that comes to the fore. And for Daniil, it certainly was the case. Remember, he's had to come from a breakdown. One of the trademarks when playing Mute certainly was the case when they played in Washington was his ability to convert on the break points that he had a look at. He was 1 out of 1 in the second set 2 out of 2 in the opening set, and it's the same today. Play the big points well in this sport, and it rewards you handsomely. What an opening set of tennis. Everything we hoped it would be.
Second set, Medvedev to serve.
Just shy of an hour's worth of high-quality tennis, and we can only hope that it continues into this second set.
You don't see that happening too often at the pro level. He's trying to make a statement here after the excitement of winning the opening set. He's just forgotten to hit it down. I hope all the effort that has gone into the opening set, I hope that doesn't come back to bite him in the butt. He's only got himself to blame. It's just
third double faults of the match, and don't forget, he threw in a double when he got broken in that opening set. Oh, this is a real roller coaster ride, isn't it? Just like the season that Daniil Medvedev has had. He finished that opening set in style, and now here he is facing a couple of break points in the opening service game.
another line-licking serve. That's how good it's got to be, because this guy's chip return is so effective. It's one more of those right here, right now.
Oh, it's a blink and you miss it type of game. Mute once again with the break advantage. He had it in the opening set. It was squandered, but he is back in the lead. One game to love.
We can look at that very first point of the second set.
Lost his concentration, didn't he, Medvedev?
And it just shows you, Pippa, at this level, if you aren't always dialed in, it's the smallest of margins that can decide the outcome in a match, or in this case, a service break. He probably doesn't serve the double fault when he's love 15 down after that horrendous miss. because you know he's annoyed with himself when he steps up to the line. That's when he goes for the bigger second serve.
Oh, it's probably just so much adrenaline after the dramatic way that the opening set was concluded.
So good at using a backhand slice just to neutralize the rally, but he's got a half chance on the forehand, boom, and that's when he springs to life.
He's only a 5'11" frame, but he's able to generate so much racket head speed and power off that forehand wing.
Only? Thought that was tall, Pippa.
In tennis terms.
Of course, it used to be commonplace in the 80s. Players were barely 6 foot now. Athletes have become faster, stronger, taller. Average top 100 player these days is about 6'2". Could have done with some of that height with my serve and volley game. The one advantage was that I was already down for the low volley. Scary good. The man we just got a cutaway of, Bulat Muratov, the man that has been so instrumental in funding tennis in Kazakhstan. Spent well over $200 million on growing the sport with tennis centers in different regions. Uh-oh. I think he's okay.
Oh, it has been a real spectacle, hasn't it? We're seeing all manner of shots from both players. The drama level at its peak.
So many of the unforced errors that opponents make against Mute are purely as a result of his intimidation because of his movement.
Yeah.
I always think you have to hit the ball slightly close to the line. You're trying to keep it away from him, and in doing so, that's when you miss.
He's so quick around the court, isn't he? So it makes the geometry of the court feel a lot smaller than it is.
There's the two-shot combination. It was so effective yesterday against Mickelson. And you're thinking, how can he keep the ball below the height of the net from here? But the feel is so good. The moment Medvedev is volleying up, he's in trouble.
He is now up to 29 net points. Daniil Medvedev, that must be, I would imagine, a record for him.
Yeah, we don't see that too often.
At this point in the match, certainly.
Well, in his first match he played, just 17, second 13, and yesterday 18 times he came in. That number continues to tick upwards. There it is. 30 times now, Pippa. Normally we used to only see him at the net for the coin toss and the handshake. A little bit of kinesia tape there on his abdominal muscles. Psoas maybe. That's unusual.
You know, Thomas Johansson, former world number 7, now working with Medvedev post-US Open. Is that something, all this net play, that they're actively trying to incorporate in his game?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely trying to encourage. He knows he has to fine-tune certain areas of his game in order to be effective. You've got to applaud Daniil for taking on the challenge, right?
It's taken him a few games to get on the board in this second set, but he does it on the third time of asking. Both of these players have given the crowd here in Almaty exactly what they wanted to see this week. Some high-quality tennis, some drama, some antics. And they certainly aren't disappointing today. Kontan in particular, ever the showman. He's someone who thrives off involving the crowd.
Oh, that is horrible. I reckon players could get so good in years to come that they'll be able to do this at will.
On demand.
On demand,
Net cords.
just hit the net cord. That's like the level in 40 years' time.
Oh, what a point. I reckon that is going right on the Tennis TV highlights reel.
Yeah, it's magical. Wizardry from Mute. Making sure he wasn't going to take any chances with leaving that last ball.
And Robbie, how much of his style of play do you think is strategy and how much is improvisation? It just feels like he has so many shots at his disposal.
That's a good question. I always think when you're as good as he is at his craft, it's always it's a blend of both. And you know, too, a lot of the improvisation that takes place is a result of previous experiences, right? You know, repetition is the mother of skill. And the more you do it, the more you realize that that kind of improvisation there on the forehand works well in this situation. On the backhand, that works well. And of course, these guys play so many thousands of points.
Yeah, it becomes intuitive decision-making, and that
in that sense,
drop volley is about as intuitive as it gets. I mean, you have to credit the response from Mute in this second set.
And then I think when you play the way that he does, he's not blessed with the kind of weaponry of some of the bigger players out there. So you have to be a bit more cunning and sagacious. You've got to use a bit more feel and craft. And that becomes part, it gets embroidered into your game. And in time, it just becomes part of your strategy to beat players. And I guess for people who don't watch Mute on a regular basis, they think, well, you know, it is a lot of improvisation to a degree, but it's also a huge part strategic.
And it's the way he's always played as well. A former top 10 junior. Reached his first ATP Tour final as a 20-year-old. That was 5 years ago in Doha, and a lot was expected of him. And it's really only recently that he's really come into his own. Taking every opportunity he can, Medvedev, to move forwards, take the ball out of the air as either a dry volley or a volley. Out of 33 net points. Silly numbers. Cool, calm and collected. Sealed with his 4th ace of the match. And he still trails by a break of serve in this second set, 3-2. Take credits his success this season to just being entirely injury-free, but surely, Robbie, there's more to it. It feels like he's more of a disciplined competitor, mentally stronger perhaps as well.
Defo. You know, and also think the more time you can spend out on the match court, the more you learn, right? You're playing more matches, you're getting more intel.
Time. And this 15 all.
Can't defend shot making like that.
Pulverizing power off that backhand wing. As flat as a pancake.
Yeah, that's vintage Medvedev right there.
I was just about to say the same thing.
It's one of the rare times where he's been ultra patient.
Please.
Well, it's old vintage Medvedev, but it's with a twist. And that twist is this new net game that he's added to his game style.
Yeah, and it's not a traditional volley. He's gone back to the old Nick Bollettieri drive volley. Monica Seller's early days. And it's working a treat. Back on track.
That has happened on a couple of occasions this match. I feel like the adrenaline is peaking, and after a really long dramatic rally, he throws in a cheap point. He's a master of absorbing pace and redirecting.
He's taken a page out of Mute's book there. Oh, that is phenomenal.
15-13.
The backhand lob is a work of art.
And that's good. 15-14.
Well, it's the same story. Just as he gets himself into a good position, he lets his foot off the gas. 2 break points now for Mute. Two consecutive breaks of serve. We certainly did not see that one coming. And Mute back in front after a fairly straightforward hold. One thing's for sure, Robbie, these two showmen are absolutely giving the crowd what they came here to see.
Time.
He's so often a common denominator, isn't he? He is Corentin. Tell you what, that backhand down the line of Medvedev with the depth that he is able to keep. It's been a great neutralizing ball. It's been an uncomfortable shot from Mute. Just keeps hitting that backhand slice while he's going backwards. So it doesn't quite have the same bite.
Advantage, Mute, of being a lefty, so he's really able to get Medvedev off the court with that slider on the ad court. Exactly the right shot to play, wasn't it? All of Medvedev's momentum was going forwards.
He holds his place on the cross court so intelligently because he knows how difficult it is for Medvedev to hit that one close to the line. Daniil's going over the highest part of the net there. He can't hit it too hard, so he's always going to be able to catch up to it. I mean, this is ferociously swift.
He's got that 6'6" frame. Big strides to get behind the ball.
Let's reserve. Mute is 5 games to 3.
Such a cagey affair. Great to see the old battery emoji to see where the respective charges are after a tough week. And of course for Medvedev it's been a tough couple of weeks. He's played a lot of tennis. I just wonder if there's going to be accumulated fatigue if this does indeed go to a deciding set, Pippa.
Absolutely. Back-to-back semi-finals in Beijing and then Shanghai, played some long matches, but don't forget Mute has played one additional match here in Almaty. We have to factor that into the equation as well.
Yeah, we've got to factor in as well. Medvedev only played his first match on Thursday, so after losing the semi-finals the previous Saturday in Shanghai.
In fact, they were both on court for exactly the same amount of time yesterday, 2 hours and 12 minutes.
What's the chances?
Of course, Medvedev played 3 sets, Mute only 2.
Legs, first serve. Numbers 40-15.
First there was creeping up a little bit for Medvedev, nearly at the 30 mark. Just shy. Doesn't stop him from asserting his sheer dominance on serve. And he keeps himself in this second set. He'll ask the question now of Mute. Can he serve it out? 5-4.
One of the toughest metrics to keep stats on his net points won, because sometimes even if a player hits a short ball that is inside the service line, it'll go down as a net point won when it might not necessarily really be the case. But there can't be too many times in Medvedev's career that he's made 40 forays forward to the net. And this will definitely go down as a net point won. And even with Mute moving aggressively, Medvedev would have seen that out the corner of his eye. He wasn't intimidated. Nicely done.
Time.
So a big task now for Mute. He has an opportunity to close out this second set and take it to a decider. Don't forget, he hasn't played a deciding set so far this week. He's won all of his 8 sets rather played in his previous matches.
Oh, no way. Oh, it's a foot fault. I mean, there's a lot that's gone on there. The underarm serve, but he must have just stepped forward. Looks like his foot was already touching the line.
Definite foot fault.
Before he hit the serve.
I'm surprised actually that we haven't seen an underarm serve from Mute so far.
That is filthy feel from Medvedev. It's one of the toughest things to do when you're sprinting forward so quickly to hit the ball so softly.
And de-accelerate as well so that you don't hit the net. That was a little bit of a serve, saunter and volley. This is the kind of shot that most players would see in the middle of the rally. A forehand slice, plenty of side spin. It just messes with you. Oh, and a textbook combination to set up a set point opportunity for the Frenchman. Can he take this match to a decider?
There was still a lot of work that needed to be done on that volley.
And we are going the distance. It feels fitting. What a set of tennis. Maybe how about that? One set away from his maiden ATP trophy. Medvedev just let his foot off the gas, didn't he? It was that opening game where he lost serve.
Yeah, it should never have happened. Should never have happened. Very first point of the set. Of course, he did get the break back, but then got broken right after that again for a second time. And it just shows you get a little loose and you end up paying for it. You can see Medvedev breaking back in the 6th game, but losing his own serve in the 7th. And the boomerang break coming just the right moment for Mute. Both guys struggling behind their second serves. A one-set shootout for the Almaty title.
once again, it will be a deciding set for these two players. The same fate as back in the Washington quarterfinals earlier this year, where Mute got the victory 6-4 in the third, but there is a little bit more at stake today. A 19th hard-court title for Daniil Medvedev, an end to his 2.5-year title drought, his last trophy, of course, coming on the clay back in Rome a couple of years ago. And Mute has made the final at this level on 2 previous occasions, but he's never lifted the winner's trophy.
Yeah, that'll be the real test. 2 different kind of tests between the ears for Daniil and Corentin. Fans have supported the event really well this week, especially the last couple of days. Friday, Saturday and Sunday, we've seen good crowds in. The weekend's been sold out. And it's a good stop off on the way back from the Asian events, especially the last penultimate Masters 1000 event of the season. If you're flying from Shanghai to Almaty on your way back to Europe, it's almost half the way back there. And the state-of-the-art centers that they have.
First of the end-of-year indoor hard-court swing for Medvedev, who'll go on to play Vienna, and then after that the Paris Masters 1000.
I love the fact as well that when they made the switch with the team, first of all, they did it still during the season, Pippa, because the real feedback and the real communication happens in match play. It's one thing training, doing it in the off-season. It's a very different vibe to the intensity that a match play brings. And I thought that was an important step that they made, and the fact that he's played so much. Excuse me. Come out and play, and implement some of the strategic changes that you've spoken about with your new team, and get that instant feedback and get that communication going.
Well, that's exactly it, because he is seeing the fruits of his labor already. He made that coaching switch after the US Open, and since then has gone on to win a lot of matches in the Asian swing. We talked about how he made the semi-finals in Beijing, then followed it up with another semi-final in Shanghai, losing to Rindik Nesh.
Yeah, that back-to-back win against Lerner Tien and then Alex de Minaur, I thought was a heck of a combination, because he was almost retired for a second time against Lerner. But he managed to hang in there. That was incredible mental fortitude. And then a match against Rindik Nesh where you see the players that he had beaten. You thought, well, it fancies chances perhaps to go all the way here. Now he would be the favorite after surviving those 2 tough wins. And, from being a good week where you probably would have signed for a semi-finals at a Masters 1000, you end up leaving there thinking, man, I should have won the title. Hasn't been 100% well this week.
He's 1 set away, as we said, from his 21st title. Robbie, what do you want to see from him in this deciding set? What does he have to do?
Yeah, it's moments, right? It's just moments. He's got to have discipline and good concentration from here on in. It was a lapse of concentration. Very first point of the second set that cost him. And 2 lapses of concentration in that 7th game where he got broken again. And I think that's going to be the deciding factor.
For Mute, I mean, I guess it's will the magnitude of the situation his first ATP title at stake. Will it be too much for him mentally, or will he step up?
Yeah, that's going to be the million-dollar question, right? And we'll find that out by his decision-making in those big moments. Does he continue to play the same sort of patterns that have gotten him into a winning position, or does he try completely different things? And if he does, you know, does he pull it off?
Well, I'll tell you what, talk about these high-pressure situations. I mean, he played Davis Cup, represented France, made his debut for the very first time, played a couple of utterly brilliant matches, and you just felt, given it was his debut, the stakes were so high, but he was locked in, he was focused.
Yeah, some good team selection there by Paul-Henri Mathieu.
Absolutely.
He's got to be given plenty of credit. Where to from here?
It's just utter, unpredictable brilliance from both players, isn't it? So difficult to predict what's coming next.
Yeah, this is going to be an absolute dogfight. It was a shot like that he missed the very start of the second set.
Is the shot selection you were referring to, and the lapse of concentration, perhaps. I mean,
normally so good, keeping it awfully tight in those situations. Unusual for him to leak an unforced error. He's still made just 16 unforced errors to Medvedev's 29.
solid as can be. Relentless repeatability from the second seed. And he gets a slender advantage in this deciding set.
A big Guns N' Roses fan. And I can just hear those words in my head. Welcome to the jungle. You take it day by day. If you want it, you're gonna bleed. And that's the price you pay. And that's what we're seeing here. it is going to have to take every single ounce of effort to get the W.
Goodness me. He finds openings that don't even look like they exist.
Yep. Almost seems to be able to change the geometry of the court. What he's able to produce. Oh, here it is again. Oh, how good was that? Look at this thing, check. Simply stunning.
So much disguise. And he just leaves Medvedev guessing. Where's he going to go next?
Hasn't missed too many of those this week. That combination of serve out wide, backhand into the open court has been lethal.
That's a much better point from Mute. We're approaching the 2-hour mark, and both of these players have covered an incredible amount of ground on court. A couple of unforced errors in that game. It felt like maybe he was feeling a little bit flat, but that was a promising turnaround.
Who's your money on after 2 hours, Pippa? Come on.
I'm going Medvedev.
Are you? Just think the experience is going to pull him through in the end.
Oh, look at him. He looks cool, calm and collected. Unfazed, unbothered. What about you?
This is
think I'm going to agree with you. Give Medvedev the slight edge, going 52-48. I think a couple of free points on serve. He's just got the ability to run through a service game or two, and I think that could be telling. I think it's key for Mute to keep it close. If he can get it to 4-all or 5-all, I think that might tip the scales in his favor. My thinking is that Medvedev gets an early break and closes it out. Brilliant, good vision, and great movement. For as much as we've spoken about Mute's athleticism, we got to give Daniil plenty of credit.
Well, it's still a game of cat and mouse in this deciding set. A sixth ace, rather, for Medvedev gives him the 2-1 lead. You talked about, Robbie, how you think he might just get the early break. I mean, he has been phenomenal in break points converted. If we look at his stats, 100% record, 3 opportunities, 3 of them converted. And that does bode in his favor.
Yeah. We've got the agent of Corentin Mute, who's just texted us to say, well, that was the case in Washington, Robbie and Pippa, but remember what happened in set number 3? Medvedev went 0 for 6 on break points, so always got to try and keep perspective, hey? And that's why these guys will tell you, as much as we love to look at the statistics and try and analyze for you folks at home, you'll be surprised. Players will keep telling you every day is a new day. So we always try and put the head-to-heads under a forensic scrutiny. Try to see what happened last time they played. It was on a hard court. Medvedev did have all those breakpoint opportunities, wasn't able to capitalize. We had that crazy incident that Pippa mentioned at the start of the match, if you weren't with us, that there was a lightning delay in Washington. After the 9th game, 5-4 in that deciding set, Medvedev had to come out and serve, and he served 3 double faults. Ended up getting broken, lost 6-4 in the 3rd. He's not going to have to worry about that variable today. And the conditions certainly not as hot here either as what they would have been in DC.
It's bread and butter stuff for Mute. The serve out wide into the open space with that ball 3. It's a combination that you feel he could hit in his sleep.
Yeah, every player has their 3 a.m. shot. You wake them up at 3 o'clock in the morning and they'll be able to make 50 in a row. No problem. What was yours?
Backhand line.
There you go.
Although it's absolutely useless now. That seems to happen as you stop playing, I think. A slight lack of commitment on that backhand. What a big point this is.
It's a pattern of play we've seen right-handed players use so effectively against Daniil on the juice side. To do it as a lefty is pretty impressive because you can't move Medvedev that far right like a right-hander could. It's been a profitable pattern of play, serve and volley to that side. Okay, this is where it makes things interesting now because does Mute do it again? He's kind of given away his hand with a serve and volley.
Bit of a flurry of unforced errors in the last 10 minutes or so from Mute.
What's the decision going to be here?
Wall-like tennis.
Speaking of backhand lines, Medvedev's backhand line has been a bit of kryptonite for Mute.
So 3 out of 3 so far on break points converted. Can he keep that clean slate?
He should have. He absolutely should have. Had a lot of time. I think he's just overrun it, Pippa. He needed that deceleration that you were talking about earlier.
Another example of the steadiness of Medvedev extracting those unforced errors. Break point number 2.
That was my fear, with Medvedev just being solid on the last couple of points, because when a big moment arrived, he didn't have the courage to go after that backhand. And it's that sort of pattern of play that's made him too predictable, just making balls. He's got to be careful. In your life, have you ever seen anything like it?
Oh, that was absolute wizardry from both players, in fact. Goodness me, this Almaty crowd got everything they came here to see and more.
I mean, how can that count for 1 point? That should be a bonus point. It would be in any other sport. That's peak Medvedev right there.
Fitness levels are being tested to play a point like that directly after the previous one.
Yeah, all those intervals that they would have done with their strength and conditioning trainers. It's for moments like this.
Ladies and gentlemen, please.
Every second is so valuable now to aid the recovery.
There's the depth that we were talking about earlier. A little bit more height, more coverage over the net, and bounced within inches of the baseline.
I'll tell you what, these break points are starting to look awfully similar to the match that they had in Washington. Medvedev, on that occasion, converting on all the break points that he had in sets 1 and 2. Wasn't able to convert on any of the 6 that he had in that deciding set. He's already gone 0 for 3 in this deciding set.
Christmas gift.
He didn't want to hit a conventional volley, did he? And it called for one there. Just that little short cutter. Well, of course, the longer these kind of games go on for, the more meaningful they become in the context of this match. And it's Medvedev's turn to now choose the right shot. Confuse Mute. He's mixed it up nicely. A few down the line, a few cross court, but Mute anticipated them all. Look what I found.
Break point number 4 for Medvedev in this deciding set. Yet to convert any of them.
I think at any stage he has started to think about those break points and the similarities with this match to the one in Washington. He's stuck with that serve right there, has Mute in this third set.
Well, that was possibly the biggest test of all that Mute has faced in this encounter. What a hold that was. And that just highlights how mentally strong this Frenchman has become. That's a trait that Robbie perhaps wouldn't have been associated with him in the beginning parts of his career. But this season, he has been none other than resilient, composed, Pretty mentally flawless at times.
That's a big reason why he's won as many matches as he has this season. You take out those Davis Cup wins that he had. Just have a look at tournament wins. I think we're up to 28 now. But nonetheless, 2 very good Davis Cup wins. Medvedev knows that when you play Mute, there's going to be chances that go a-begging, missed opportunities, but you have to prepare for that mentally before you even step onto the court against this guy. Medvedev again, he's been rewarded here for his aggressive play. Yes, Mute should make that, but again, it's the presence of Daniil. It's put him off. That's the one he needed earlier, wasn't it, Pippa?
Absolutely.
He's 2 net plays away from coming in 50 times. He's coming 48. Oh, it's got to be a career best. And I think right there, that's one of the fundamental differences, and that's why I've gone for Medvedev. Just the ability to get 1 or 2 free points on serve. I think it's going to be easier for him than Mute.
He's only lost 1 point behind his first serve in this deciding set. 2 points, rather.
Just enough on that final volley.
Not only does he have so much skill, but it's also his reaction speed as well, his ability to just keep the racket in front and react to those volleys when both players are at the net. Doesn't have a lot of time to do that, makes it look a lot easier than it is. That's a good response from the second seed. He should have broken. He should have a 4-1 lead here, but he still keeps his nose in front. 3-2.
I'm tired watching these guys, but I feel like my energy has been sapped out of me.
2 hours and 18 minutes of brilliant tennis. Talked about it a little bit earlier, but with the amount of drop shots that Mute is playing, the amount of net approaches that Medvedev is using, I mean, they seriously have covered so much ground between them. I reckon they've run a half marathon.
Yeah. That's why they're taking all that sustenance, gels, electrolytes. Bananas always a part of the stable diet.
Time.
Oh, he's done a Daniil, hasn't he? If you weren't with us, Medvedev had a similar sort of shot. Very first point of the second set. Completely overswung. Just like this. Medvedev's went long.
He's missed a couple of smashes. Medvedev, he missed one in the opening game of the third set as well.
That's right. That's a good bounce back.
13-15.
Good technique on the high volley. No swing. Much more of a punchy shot.
He wasn't going to make the same mistake twice. Much more margin for error. Look at these little steps to get behind the ball and get himself in the correct position. It's so important at this stage in the match because that's what can go, your movement, when you get a little bit fatigued.
Mm-hmm.
A reminder of just how weaponizing that Mute forehand can be.
In fact, both of them 32 winners each. The forehand winners, it's 22-17 in favor of the Frenchman. He's just snapped his shoelace.
It's fine, it's fine.
We had shoelace gates at Washington one year. Who was it? Somebody was playing Kyrgios. Tsitsipas, maybe?
Ace number 7. And this is exactly the point in the match where these quick deliveries are helpful.
He has torched that smash.
14-15.
Once again, the ability of Mute to ask a good question, but boomski. There's the answer.
And Daniil Medvedev still very much in the driver's seat here in Almaty. He leads by 4-3 on serve.
Друзья, внимание на звук. Давайте повторим эмоции наших эмоции. Повторите. Шикарно. Давайте проверяем. О, это наша брата, друзья. С командой Папас. Давайте. Давайте такой смайлик не подойдет его. Давайте вот поменяем его смайлик. Смайлик меняем. Молодой человек. Повторите вот такой смайлик. Серьезно.
Approaching the 2.5-hour mark now, 2 hours and 26 minutes of high-octane tennis. No obvious signs of fatigue from either of these two fierce competitors. And if they are tired, they seem to be hiding it pretty well, I'd say. Oh, explain that.
Mesmerizing and magnificent from Medvedev. I thought Mute had done enough. But
it's easy to underestimate how good of an athlete he is and how well he moves, particularly on these hard courts.
it's not often we see that kind of improvisation from Daniil. But he's done enough to make the return. It wasn't clean, it wasn't exactly melting into his strings, but it was good enough. Medvedev giving Mute a taste of his own medicine. Balls in play. Let's see how brave Medvedev can be on these break points. That's a poor miss.
15-14.
Had one of the bad miss. Came in that fourth game when he had all the breakpoint opportunities.
Well, he still has another couple of chances to take himself to within one game of the title. Well, it's chess-like point construction from the former world #1, and that break of serve has come at a pivotal moment in this encounter. Daniil Medvedev still with work to do, but he's now closing in on the title. One more game, and it's his.
Thank you, players ready. Thank you. Almost no. 15 love.
It really has been the cornerstone of his game. First serve percentage has been a very healthy 70 in this deciding set. Can you believe it? Just when you haven't won titles in a while. Decision-making, shot selection can sometimes be clouded in these huge moments. But he's going to make his serve the deciding factor. A Kenny Powers fastball when he needed it most.
Two hours and 35 minutes. And here is a championship point for Daniil Medvedev.
Please.
'It is a moment worth savouring. 882 days since his last title. And today he remembers that feeling. Against the artistry, the improvisation of Corentin Moutet, he found calm, adapting, attacking, even venturing towards the net. What a match, what a tournament, what a week. He is back to winning ways. A 21st title, and a very well-deserved one as well.
Back in the winner's circle, baby. That's where he belongs. Moutet threw everything at him.
Certainly did.
There's not a whole lot more he could have done. And that's when the firepower and the serve of Daniil really did come to the fore. And a huge shout out to those net forays, 53 of them in total. And how fitting was it, Pippa, that he ends up winning the tournament at the net? Pretty cool.
Oh, absolutely. What a week of tennis. Title number 21. Won not necessarily from dominance, but from patience. And he stayed calm and composed even when those chances slipped away from him in that deciding set.
Being brave, right?
Yeah.
Playing at times a brand of tennis that's not comfortable for him. And the fact that he ends up winning 31 out of the 53 points that he played at net is outstanding. And as we suggested, perhaps the most important one, the last one. He makes that decision to come in. And that discipline will keep him growing now. And he'll have felt the effects of it under the microscope as he was there. And to come out on top, that is always the best feeling.
Yeah, he trusted hands that have long lived behind the baseline to finish points at the net. It wasn't necessarily the Medvedev of the old, but Medvedev of the new, I would say.
Yeah, the 2.0 version. I mean, it's astounding that again he wins a tournament that he's never won before. 21 titles now at different events. It's quite astonishing.
19 of those titles have come on hard courts as well. And let's hear from the man himself.
What a battle! Congrats on your win. Another trophy in your collection. How does this one feel?
Yeah, it's great. I was not super happy with the way I played in some moments of the match, but to win feels amazing, and it means that in the most important points of the match I managed to play good. The last game was actually incredible, so I'm happy to win the title. It continues my funny story of 21 titles in 21 different cities, so I'm happy about it.
So what is next? What's your plan after this tournament?
Well, I'm flying at 5 in the morning, so I'll see if I get some sleep, probably not. And I have to play in Vienna in a couple of days. It's not going to be easy, but I'm going to try. Only 2 tournaments left, and I want to try to do my best.
Thank you, well done.
No rest for the wicked, hey, off to Vienna. And then after that, he'll play in Paris at the Masters 1000. So he is technically still in the race to Turin. It's a tough ask, though.
It's one of those deals where you need so much to go your way. You need to pretty much win everything. And the other guys need to lose early, but he's back on track. Yeah, that's the most important thing for him. You know, what a dig that was. This is the match point, folks. And he doesn't rest on his laurels. Good technique on that last volley. Just enough on it. And you're hoping it's going wide. And it certainly was. Whenever you make changes, you never know how things are going to pan out, but he's put in a lot of work in this Asian swing, and he's been rewarded for that effort. Good industry.
A nice little interaction between the two of them at the net as well. So much respect. I think Tennis was the winner today.
Yeah, and I think he might have had a couple of cuss words for him. He said, "You've made me work so darn hard. You're an absolute nightmare to play against."
Сектор C13 словил.
Playing against Matchey, he's just a compound of menace and energy, that guy.
Судьба, друзья, направила в вашу сторону мяч и сектора C6. И сектор C1. Браво! Еще 3 мяча, друзья. Не волнуйтесь, не переживайте. Давайте сделаем так. Даниил, помните, какая сторона больше кричала в вашу сторону?
Дайте шуму!
друзья, те, кто возле Lexus RX Hybrid.
He's a champion.
VIP-трибуна. VIP-трибуна. Супер, друзья, те, кто словил мяч, только они. Тихонечко спускаемся, берем мячик и машем в нашу сторону, после чего наши помощники найдут вас и передадут следующие призы. Внимание, друзья, или же смартфоны Nubia V70. Есть! Супер, друзья! Те, кто поймал мячи, медленно спускаемся на нижние сектора, чтобы наши помощники нашли вас и передали следующие подарки. Или же смартфон Nubia V70 Max от Билайн и ZTE, или же бытовую технику от компании Керхер, или же бытовую технику от компании Dreamy, или, друзья, готовый запас воды от компании ASU.
Дорогие друзья,
That was 2 hours and 36 minutes of brilliance. Robbie, talk us through it.
Yeah, no kidding. Net points one, bottom right of your screen, just next to the total points. For Medvedev, 32 of 54. It was good. He was proactive and he got rewarded for it. And nothing like being a winner. Gets to share with Elisa and baby Victoria. Sometimes we see them out here and we forget that, you know, behind it all, just normal people, right?
What a moment for these 2 young girls as well. We've talked lots about Medvedev. Let's give credit as well to Mute, because he has played some phenomenal tennis, and a title will come. 3 finals, 3 losses. And I mean, at times during that match, Robbie, he was really testing Medvedev, his variety, his artistry, his unpredictability. It unsettles even the most structured of minds, and he was so close to getting over the line.
Wasn't he just? It's right around the career high ranking now, and might even go ahead of that, depending on who else might be losing points. But it's been a great season for him, and he's still got 2 more events left. There's no doubt he'll end up having a new career high ranking, will Mute. So many positives, and it's not like this year the players that he's lost to have played poorly and he's missed out on an opportunity. Talon Kriegspor played so well in that Mallorca final on the grass, and Medvedev stepped it up big time in this deciding set today. It just shows you how little time these players have to enjoy the victories. Already Medvedev talking about the fact that he's going to have a 5 a.m. flight that he's going to need to take to Vienna with the family. It's almost 6 p.m. local time.
President of the Kazakhstan Tennis Federation, Mr. Bulat Utimuratov, and everyone involved in organizing the event.
Турнирымыздың басты серіктестері
Билайн жанымда спортта және желіде тұрақты мобильді қолдау.
Forte, адамдарға көмектесеміз, кәсіпкерлерді қолдаймыз, болашақты ойлаймыз.
Қазақстанның RG Gold алтын өндіру компаниясы.
Emirates, fly better.
Lexus, experience amazing.
Ресми серіктестер.
Rate TSPG инвестициялық қоры тәжірибеге сүйеніп, уақыттан озып.
ZTE Nubia, better for all, be yourself.
Elite Inshat, building quality, creating the future.
Eurasian Machinery, Shell майлау материалдарының Қазақстан Республикасы мен Орталық Азия аумағындағы ресми макро-дистрибьюторы. Ханымдар мен мырзалар, бүгін тамаша финалды тамашаладық. Керемет ойын, жоғары деңгейдегі шеберлік пен командалық рух. Финалистерімізге осындай әсерлі ойын үшін алғыс білдіреміз.
We've just seen the great final today, full of good tennis and team. Thank you to our players for an exciting match.
Қадірменді қонақтарымызды таныстыруға рұқсат етіңіздер.
Let me introduce tournament advisor, Mr. Attila Richter.
AJP supervisor, Mr. Andrei Kornilov.
Vice President of the Kazakhstan Tennis Federation, Mr. Diaz Doskarayev.
President of the Asian Table Tennis Federation, Mr. Yuli Polsky.
President of Beeline Kazakhstan, Mr. Evgeny Nastradin.
Chief Executive Officer of Forte, Mr. Talgat Khuanyshev.
President of the Kazakhstan Tennis Federation, Mr. Bulat Utemuratov.
Ханымдар мен мырзалар, сөз Attila Richter мырзаға беріледі.
We're giving the floor to Mr. Attila Richter, please.
Good evening, Almaty. Even the biggest things start with a single idea, a vision, a dream. And it depends on the passion and belief one has in this dream to make it happen. It is how the players who we have seen on court this week have risen to the top of the world, and it is also how a small tennis nation can conquer the world of tennis. Nearly 2 decades ago, Mr. Bulat Utemuratov had an idea, a vision of growing Kazakh tennis. His passion for the game of tennis and his strong commitment to achieving the envisioned dream were the mere force that brought us to today. From once a small tennis nation struggling to keep on going, to now having only 5 tennis federations around the world who are considered stronger than the KTF. The results of the KTF speak for themselves, and we are all witnessing tennis history year after year here in Kazakhstan. Bulat, we all thank you for your unbelievable drive and passion. That is what tennis is about. The Almaty Open is the crown jewel of the KTF, showcasing not only the best players in the world, but also giving a chance to you, our fans, to celebrate tennis. It gives a chance to Kazakh players to fulfill their dreams on court, and also is a chance for us to showcase the world that putting in hard work over decades always makes the real difference on and off the court, so it all adds up in Almaty. Daniel, Konta, you both had a great week with extraordinary tennis and extraordinary performances on court. The crowd loved it, and you both fought it out very hard today as well on court. Huge congratulations on playing stunning tennis throughout the week, and Daniel, a well-deserved victory for you today. We hope you both can stay and take away great memories from the great city of Almaty, and it would be our honor to welcome you again in coming years. But no tournament happens by chance. It is the result of the commitment, passion, and hard work of a wonderful team of people. So some special thanks go to Dmitry Chavchuk, tournament director of the Almaty Open, Yuri Polsky, president of the Asian Tennis Federation, Diaz Doskarayev, vice president of the KTF, the municipality of Almaty, and also to every single person behind the scenes involved in staging this event, as it would not be possible without you. You as a team make the difference. Finally, a great thank you to you, our fans, the people who create this unbelievable atmosphere as today, day after day, match after match, year after year. Thank you for coming. Thank you for sharing this journey of ours of the Almaty Open, and hopefully see you next year. Rahmet Almaty.
Алғыс білдіреміз.
Thank you very much.
Hanımlar мен мырзалар, сөз Андрей Корнилов мырзаға беріледі.
We're giving the floor to Mr. Andrei Kornilov.
Good evening, dear tennis fans. We just witnessed a great match, and I would like you to give a big round of applause to the both players for this great evening. On behalf of the ATP, I would like to congratulate the Almaty Open 2025 with another successful edition. And we would like to thank the Kazakhstan Tennis Federation, its president, Mr. Bulatu Timuratov, all the sponsors who make this tournament happen, all the staff who was working very hard behind the scene. Thank you very much. Once again, congratulations for reaching the final, Corentin, and our champion, Daniel, and all the best for the rest of the season to you. And thank you to the beautiful city of Almaty for welcoming all of us this week. Thank you and see you next year.
Алғыс білдіреміз.
Thank you very much, Andrei Kornilov.
Hanımlar мен мырзалар, жеңімпаздарды марапаттау рәсіміне кезек береміз.
Let's start the awarding ceremony.
Almaty Open турнирінің финалисті.
Please welcome the runner-up of the Almaty Open singles event from France, Corentin Moutet. Mr. Talgat Kwadashev presents the trophy to the runner-up.
Hanımlar ve mırzalar, söz finalistке беріледі.
Ladies and gentlemen, we request the runner-up to say a few words, please.
Well, I have a nice dress. I'm not used to it. Well, first I want to thank you all for coming. You know, it was my first time in Almaty, such a beautiful week tennistically, but I really felt like at home. Thank you for the love, thank you for the support. I really gave my best, you know, it was a tough week. I played some very good opponents, too good today. But yeah, I had a lot of fun, you know, it was a great effort. I appeared on myself, but my coach as well. But yeah, congrats to Daniel, congrats to your team. I don't know, is that your kid there? Well, when she's gonna be older, she's gonna understand all the effort you did. I know as an athlete what you went through this week. So it's very impressive, you know, as an athlete to see winning a tournament feeling like this. It's amazing, but you're an amazing player. You already know it. I don't have to say it. But congrats to your team. Congrats to you. I replayed a very good match. I still lost, but you did a good revenge of the Washington match point today on the two last points. You killed me on the two last points. Well, congrats so much. I'm happy to see you playing like this. Congrats to your team. I wish you the best. You guys deserve it so much, even if I would like to win, but you deserve it very much. So, bravo, congratulations. Thank you to the organization. As I said, I felt like it's not easy. I think it's too big. It's keep going up. I mean, thank you to the organization. As I said, I felt like at home. It was a wonderful week, you know, amazing condition. Thank you for giving us, as a player, those conditions. So thanks a lot. Happy to come back next year, maybe. And well, I don't want to speak too long because I don't want to bother you, but something very important for me is, you know, I will switch the side. I would like to thank my coach who is in the corner there, you know. He didn't let me down today. It's his birthday tomorrow, so I really wanted to win, you know, to offer him this gift. Unfortunately, I could only give you a nice match, not the win. I hope you still enjoy it, but yeah, he didn't let me down all week. It was very hard. As I said, he was always behind me. I mean, this week, all year as well. But I'm so proud of him, you know. Usually they are behind the players. We never talk about them, but you know they are a big part of the success of a player. So of course all my team is at home, but to my coach, yeah, thanks a lot for everything you're doing for me. And I try to do a good effort on the court to give it back to you. And I swear I'm gonna give you a title one day. It's not today. It wasn't meant to be, but I'm gonna do it. And yeah, one last thing, sorry, I'm talking a lot. One last thing, you know, it's important for me to say it because usually we always talk about us, like, you know, I did a final here, everybody's gonna say that I'm so good, that, you know, I'm perfect, whatever. But, you know, it's not always like this. It's a long process all year. We are playing a lot. Since we are young, we did a lot of sacrifices. I'm not talking only about myself, but all the players. You know, we usually left home very young. We left our family, our friends, to be here to follow our dreams and play our passion. So we are very lucky to be here, of course, but sometimes it's chaotic. So yeah, we all deserve it as a player. I want to say it for all the players, you know, we can all be proud of ourselves to be standing up here in front of you guys. And yeah, I don't know, I got lost a little bit, but yeah, proud of myself, proud of my team. Proud of Daniel. Well, thank you everybody. I wish to come back. Thank you for the love. I'm done.
Merci beaucoup. Alғыс білдіреміз.
Thank you very much.
Қанымдар мен мырзалар, Алматы Open турнирінің жеңімпазы.
Please welcome the winner of the Almaty Open singles event, Daniil Medvedev! Mr. Bulat Utimuratov presents the trophy to the winner.
Жеңімпазға беріледі.
We request the winner to say a few words.
Всем привет. I'll start in English and I will do like Corentin. Corentin, good job this week. You're playing, I think, better and better, going up the rankings. So I'm pretty sure you're going to get a title one day. I did my best to try, so it's not today. So I'm for sure happy, but big congrats to you and your coach and all your team for hard work. And I wish you all the best for the last tournaments of the year. Then I want to thank my team. Some guys are here, Rohan, Leandro, Lev, thanks a lot. Some guys are not here, Thomas, Gaetan, Mathieu. Thanks a lot for helping me. We're not together since a long time. Already a title, so great job, guys. Thanks a lot. Then I'll say it in English because it's probably going to be everywhere. But I want to thank my family, my beautiful wife, my 2 daughters. It's the first time I'm on a tournament with my 2 daughters and my wife together. So to get a title is really nice, and I honor this title to my second daughter Victoria, because the first title I got when my first daughter Alisa was born was for her, so this one is for Victoria. Then I want to thank Lusander, because when I came here from Shanghai, I thought I'm not going to be able to win the first match because I was broken in pieces. And thanks a lot, man, for helping me get through the week and feel better and better and feel my best in the final. And I will turn again. Thanks a lot to all the organization. Actually, with many guys, we know each other since a long time. Attila gave me a wild card to Budapest. Andre, we saw each other many times also before. So thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for organizing a great event. And I will be honest, for an indoor event, it could be almost a Masters 1000 because we only have 1 indoor and this one is not worse. Let's see how it is this year. Maybe it's better than before, but before this tournament is even better. Булат Жамитович, спасибо за мотивацию, спасибо за все, за то, что вы делаете для тенниса Казахстана. Всегда рад приехать и постараться порадовать болельщиков. И да, огромное спасибо вам. Уже, понятное дело, некоторые уже ушли домой, это нормально, плюс пробки не хочется попасть со стадиона. Но всем, кто остался, огромное спасибо за поддержку. Никогда не знаешь, вернешься ли в следующем году, но посмотрим, что нас ждет будущее. Очень рад победить здесь. Всем рахмет.
Алғыс білдіреміз, благодарим.
Thank you very much.
Құрметті қадамдар мен мырзалар, жарыс жеңімпазы мен жүлдегерлермен естелік сурет.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're taking the group photo with the runner-up and the winner of the ATP 250 Almaty Open 2025. Runner-up, Corentin Moutet, France, and winner, Daniil Medvedev. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. That was ATP 250 and Almaty Open 2025. See you next time.
Something about your energy that moves me every time. Worshiping the only thing that's always playing on my mind. So tell me what we're waiting for, 'cause we should lay it on the line. The time stands still and I'm feeling so much, and it's all right here, and I just gotta trust.
About 882 days since he lifted one of those trophies. An incredible feeling, and a victory that this time is dedicated to his youngest daughter, Victoria.
Tennis is lucky to have a man like Bulat Utamuratov. And the country of Kazakhstan, he was inspired by Federer and Nadal in his early days. 2007, that's when he decided to put a whole bunch of money into the sport, and he has grown it exponentially over nearly 2 decades. And we have spectacular arenas and events like this to play in now, Pippa. I think it was quite telling how glowingly the guys were speaking about the event. Quick look back at the match stats. 37 winners for Medvedev. Did well to keep the unforced errors in check. It's always tough when you're playing against Corentin. 32 of 54 points won at net. Probably one of the standout stats for him. The serve was monumental when he needed it, especially in that third set. Daniil finally gets his hands on title number 21, and it continues to be at a different event.
And he adds his name to the list of champions at the Almaty Open. Top seed here this year. Karen Khachanov was also last year's champion. Novak Djokovic won this title a couple of years ago.
Yeah, of course, remember that was initially played in Astana before moving here for the last 2 years now. And I think it's got a very comfortable home, Pippa.
Well, Daniil Medvedev becomes only the second active male player to lift 19 hardcourt titles. Who do you reckon the first is?
Novak.
Absolutely. Good guess. It's the culmination of what has been a phenomenal week. And Medvedev now has 21 trophies to add to his growing cabinet.
tease out with that shot. So many of them are expecting it to go cross-court because the lefties love that cross-court forehand hook. He uses it sparingly.
Yeah, well done. Racket back and ready.
He's just such a natural tennis player for me, Mickelson. I think he sees the game so easily. And just speaking to those who know him well, loves to play points. Doesn't always do a heck of a lot of drilling. Lots of points, lots of sets. That's how he hones his skills. And I think he's improving in that physical aspect as well. And there's a lovely quote that Abigail told me about how he described himself yesterday. And I'm going to ask you to bring it up, Abby.